podcast, The David Rice Show. Joining us is JTV sports commentator, show host David Rice, and sidekick for the show and lead production supervisor Adam Bragenzer. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Yes.
I'll remember that sidekick comment.
And congratulations, 100
Thank
shows.
Thank you.
I noticed in watching the show, you bemoaned the fact that you didn't have a bell to celebrate 100 shows.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So,
we need to buy another one.
yes, because you can't borrow this one.
Oh.
Yes. You know, so many people gave me long lists of questions to ask you about your 100th episode and for your appearance on today's show that I don't think we're going to get to them all.
Perfect.
But it's out. The 100th episode you taped yesterday.
Yep, yesterday, out at 7 o'clock last night, and catch it again this morning before the morning show. It's a special appearance from my dad, not even the OG Dave
That's
Rice.
right, the second Dave Rice.
Yep, so thanks to him and the Insurance Circle Agency for all their great support of us, and not just the show, but he's been on the morning show before and in our live sports as well. So.
Yes, and you are your father's son. You look like him, you sound like him, and really when you listen to the episode, you can't tell the two of you apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a Packers fan too?
No, what did he say yesterday?
Thank goodness. Yeah, he's like in between. He's kind of like,
It's like a closet Packers fan.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's the way to put it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, one thing that I think your viewers know is you are a rabid Green Bay fan, and you're actually an owner.
Yep. We talked about that for a second yesterday. It was Christmas gift a few years ago, and that's where it started. So we try to go to the owners meeting every year. We talked a little bit about that on the show, so go back and watch it.
Yeah, we don't want to give away too much because we want you to watch the show. And I was always under the impression that it was an hour-long show, and it wasn't.
Hey, sometimes we have a little, a little extra time, but yeah, we try our best to keep it within an hour, but sometimes it's just, especially when it's like playoff time and stuff like that, we have so much to talk about. Sometimes, it kind of goes a little bit over.
Well, Adam, you were part of the team that built this production studio, the podcast studio, from scratch. Really, it was quite an accomplishment. I think that's really, to me, the most significant thing about the David Rice Show, because you were destined to be a TV personality, but having the facility, really, we didn't have it. It didn't exist before.
Right.
That was quite an undertaking.
Yeah. One thing I kind of just thought, like, man, David Rice needs his own show. That was like something that I always thought of, but I knew it had to look different. It had to be different than the morning show and the Bart show. So I was just trying to find a way to change it, and then we saw the closet upstairs that was our old tape closet that had all of our archives in, and I was just like, this is a room that's just being used as storage, and if we better organize it, maybe we could do something a little different. So it was quite the undertaking, like you said. There was a lot of stuff in there, sorting through everything, but we were able to get it done and then turn the room into what it is now. And it's really cool having a third set here, and we can use it for other things too. So it's just I was really happy with what we did with it.
Right, and we were glad to make the sacrifice of 25 years of tapes of the Bart Holly Show. Gone for good.
No, we still have those.
Oh, okay.
We still have those.
You guys, did you bring a clip?
Yeah, so I had to do this. So at the when we were doing our pick segment, which is one of our favorite segments in the show every week, we make our picks for that week's games. And David said he was going to be picking the Lions. He said it a little differently, and it got me really excited, so I brought a clip because I'm going to be reusing this clip for the end of time. So.
All right, let's take a look.
All right, Vikings-Lions, NFC North matchup, Minnesota. Not even a chance against the Lions. Go Lions.
Whoa, he said go Lions.
Or, I mean, I'm sorry.
He said go Lions.
I'm taking the Lions.
What a moment.
No, I'm picking the Lions, not go Lions. Although my guy J.J. McCarthy is going to play.
Is it official?
I think so.
Wow, good for him.
So
bad week for him to come back to.
but I'm taking the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm going to be clipping this for the end of times. I'm going to install sound clips on here of him saying, "Go Lions." I'm so proud of you, David Rice. I agree. Go Lions. I agree with you.
All right, I'm not doing any more picks now.
Come on, we have like 2 left.
That's awesome. Now, what did you think of the appearance of Aaron Rodgers against the Packers this week?
Well, I mean, I'm always going to support Aaron. Obviously wanted the Packers to win, and they did. Took care of business. But, I mean, he's still playing at a high level, as much as whatever you say about Rodgers all the time.
All right,
he's still playing good.
Okay, enough about the Packers. So you do the picks every week, and this big week, the high school playoffs, and you've made your selections.
Yeah. We're blessed with just amazing teams in the area, so to be able to pick, with multiple. I mean, how many teams do we have in the playoffs right now? Is it like 5 or 6? Five?
Yeah.
So that's just awesome to be able to follow these teams throughout the regular season and then be able to have a playoff run. And one thing I kind of said, I have Michigan Center winning their first round matchup, and I think what happened, as bad as it was for them to lose against Hanover in the game that we covered, it was, I think, maybe a punch in the mouth for them, and I think that they're going to move forward from this, and I think this will lead to a deeper playoff run, is what I believe for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, watching some of the highlights here from Saturday. Great broadcast, by the way. I want to give everybody a shout out. Me,
it was.
Matt Kibbe and Max and our crew. But no, with Michigan Center, we know, I mean, they're a lot better team than how they played Saturday. We've seen that they've scored so many points, but the second round game that they could have against Ann Arbor, Gabriel Richard, not going to count them out completely because Michigan Center is, still a really good team, but it's going to be tough for them, especially being in Division 5, and we've touched on that before.
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously you can't ever count out Lumen Christi in Division 6.
Well, Adam claims to be their lucky charm.
I am, yeah. So ever since that I started doing like highlights in the playoffs for them, all the way to Ford Field, I've never been there for a Lumen Christi loss. So I'm just saying is keep inviting us back, because if you want to keep winning, I think I need to keep showing up there.
Keep inviting Adam to the
right.
games.
That's right.
And I agree with you. Hanover, I was on the sidelines for a couple of the Hanover games, and they are a really good football team. Mm-hmm. And I think they were underestimated going into the conference championship.
Yeah, I mean, they played in week 2, and Michigan Center beat them by a whole lot of points.
Yeah.
So for Hanover to get a lot better as the season went on and beat Michigan Center, and that was their first ever conference championship too. We were talking before the game. They joined the Cascades in 1959.
Wow.
And this is their first title. So.
A viewer wants to know, tell us about the very first taping of the very first episode of the David Roy Show.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll keep this brief, but we did a trial run of the show. It was technically episode 0, and it was down here on your set, 'cause we didn't have the podcast room ready yet.
Wait, you used my set?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, David sat there. So for our guests, we had Austin and Noah, and Austin was great. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, that was our first mistake, is having both of them on.
Yeah, I think that was it was interesting. It's awesome for the blooper reel though. We got some great stuff for the bloopers, but maybe necessarily can't use that for TV.
We couldn't bring
purposes.
that clip on here today.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that was like episode 0, and then even looking at like I keep all the archives of all of our shows, so like even seeing episode 1 through like episode 10, the evolution of the show and how much better the production got, but how much better everybody else got too, and having special guests and all that stuff. It's definitely grown in the 100 episodes.
I agree. I think both of you. In fact, I think you became a TV personality. You weren't anticipating. You were just going to be essentially running the board.
Yeah. And then he just kept asking me questions and looking at me, so I was just like, all right, I guess I have to participate in this.
Well, during the show, I like having that conversation.
Yeah.
You're like my Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon loved that. But yeah, no, I do believe that like part of what makes that show interesting is the conversation. Of course, the Lions and Packers rivalry and stuff like that, and every year we do a Madden game against each other. So like fun stuff like that we do, I think, is what makes it
Yes,
fun.
every year they're late for the Christmas party because
Yep.
they're playing video games.
This year, we're going to do it before the Christmas party, like a few days before. So
Oh, good.
we will be on time probably.
Nice. You'll both be at the Rec Bowl tomorrow night.
Yep, yeah, really excited for that. Gonna have that 6:15 tomorrow. Me and Max Fritz and all of our crew there. So as always, thank you to Minuteman and M&K for their support in presenting football this year. So looking forward to it. Eagles and Lions. You've watched a few of the Rec Bowl.
Yeah, I've been down there on the field for most of the regular season games, so it's tons of fun being down there, hearing the kids screaming at each other. So it'll be fun to film one live.
I think they used you as a human shield.
They did.
too
They used me as a
once.
blocker one time. That was very interesting. They ran right around me. Kids almost ran into me. It's an experience down there.
Great. Well, we want to congratulate you guys again on
Thank you.
your 100th episode
Thank you.
of the David Rice Show. May there be 100 more and then some.
I like
Yep.
it. We'll plan on it.
We're proud to have the David Rice Show here at JTV. David Rice and Adam Bragenzer. Well, we've got more